Hi, I'm Jill with Pray, Eat, Exercise, and Love, and today we are going to make a meal plan using the 21 Day Fix containers for the calorie bracket of 1800 to 2099. It is the third column on the container list, and that is five green containers of vegetables, which is 5 cups, three of the fruit, which is 1 cup each, that's 3 cups of fruit. 5 of the proteins, they're 3/4 cups each. 4 carbs, they're half a cup each. 1 blue of the healthy fat. 1 orange of seeds and dressings. And 5 teaspoons, which is like your oil, coconut oil, olive oil, or peanut butter. That's a category we chose based on steps 1 and 2. So this is step 3 in our meal planning session. So what I have is I put together a chart that we're going to use, and it's very similar to the tally sheets in your 21 Day Fix. I will also post below in the comments some extra tally sheets that are blank that you can print out and also follow along and make your own meal plans with it. And they're great because you can then check off each of your containers so you can keep track of them. I also use an app on my phone. It's a 21 Day Fix container app. I think it was like $1.99 through the Google Play Store, which is super easy and cheap. And it resets every day, so you just click that you had a green or click that you had a purple, and it keeps track of that. And also when you re-enter your weight at the end of that cycle, it will recalculate it for you, which is really super easy, and it also keeps track of your exercise. So I added on our chart also the times, because I also think that's super important, because we really want to try to eat every 2 hours about. And so when I wake up, first thing I like to do is I like to get my workout in, because I don't really like to do the workouts for the most part, but I know I need to get them done. So the only way I know I'm going to get them done is if I do it right away, because if not, my day gets too busy and then I forget, and I find a billion excuses not to do it. So that's my first thing, is I work out, and then I have like a glass of water while I'm working out to keep me hydrated, and then at 8 o'clock about I will have my first meal. My first meal usually is Shakeology, because it is, yes, the healthiest meal of the day, but it also gives me a lot of energy. It gives me protein, a lot of vitamins, and it just keeps me full in the morning, and I love it. I usually do Shakeology vanilla, and I add my fruit to it because I need to get my fruit in. So I usually will add 2 fruits to that. Today I'm going to do pineapple, so I'll do a cup of pineapple, and I also do an orange, so that'll give me 2 fruits, and we're going to keep track of that. So we did, that's 1 red and 2 purple, and I will also have a slice of Ezekiel toast, so Ezekiel bread that I will toast, or you can use like a whole grain toast or whole wheat toast. So that's 1 yellow, and on that I will put a teaspoon of peanut butter, all natural peanut butter. You can also do an almond butter or a nut or seed butter, making sure that it's all natural and it doesn't have any of the hydrated oils or the sugars. So then I will put, I usually do maybe 2 here, so I will put 2 there. And then usually around 10 o'clock I will get hungry again, and I will have my celery and peanut butter. So that's 2 sticks of celery, and I will do, again, I'll add my peanut butter to that. So that's 1 green and my 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. And then usually around 12 o'clock, 2 hours later, I will be hungry for my lunch, and I try to stick to a salad if I can, just because I want to get my greens in. So I usually use 2 green containers, and I will pack it in with all the veggies I can. So I will do 1 container just of spinach, because I love spinach and it's super healthy for you. You can use kale, you can use romaine, you can use whatever kind of greens you like. And then in the second one, I will do like a slaw mix. So I buy the big bag of slaw at BJ's, and which has the 2 different colors of cabbage in it and carrots. I will do half a green with that, and the other half I will add some chopped tomatoes or peppers or whatever other veggie I want to put in there. So that will give me 2 greens. And then I will also do a grilled chicken breast that fits in my red container, and as well as a hard-boiled egg. So I will get 2 reds for that. And within my salad, I will also do some quinoa that I've already made maybe the night before, so it's nice and cold, because I like cold in my salad. And that will give me another yellow. And sometimes during that I will add like a little bit of olive oil and some maybe red wine to mix together to make a little bit of vinaigrette. Now give me 1 teaspoon. And then usually around 2 I start to get hungry again, and I will have my 4th meal, and that will be usually yogurt, because I just love yogurt, and I still need some fruit and some other containers, so I will do a vanilla yogurt. I usually get the 000 yogurt that has 0 sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. And I usually get vanilla, and then I will add a blue container of nuts, which usually is almonds and pecans and cashews that I will mix together, and I'll chop them up so they're really good for my yogurt. And then I also will add a orange container of unsweetened shredded coconut to that, and I mix it all together in my yogurt. It's super yummy. And then I will also do an apple that I slice up, so I can then use my apple slices as my spoon, and I will use that, and it takes me a little longer to eat. Makes it makes me stay fuller longer because it takes me so long to eat it, and it tastes like dessert, which is really great. So that is 1 red, 1 blue, 1 orange, and also 1 purple. So we're done with our fruits. So then we come to dinner time, and most of the time for dinner I will probably do a crock pot meal because it's just so easy for me. I will usually on Mondays or Tuesdays I will shop and get all my food, and I will prep about 4 to 6 crock pot meals that I will just prep, get it all ready, all the ingredients ready in a gallon bag, freezer bag, and I throw them into the freezer, and then I will just pull them out one at a time. You know, from whenever I know that I'm going to have a busy day, I can just throw it in my crock pot. So I have a pork loin that I am going to do in a crock pot, and it's super lean and really healthy. So I have 1 red for my pork loin. That's 1 red container of that. I will add some quinoa to that, or actually I will do, I'm sorry, 2 containers of quinoa, and then I will do 2 more green containers of my veggies. So most of the time I will do like a cauliflower and squash or broccoli mix. I'll come up with whatever I feel like doing with that, with my veggies, and usually I'll just saute that or steam it, and then add some Mrs. Dash like garlic or Italian seasoning to it to give it some taste. So that was my 2 green. So if we do we're going to do the tally just to make sure we got them all. That's 5. So that's 5 green. We have our 3 purple, our 5 protein, our 4 carbs, 1 blue, 1 orange, and we have our 5 teaspoons. The other thing I like about this chart is that I also have a place for our water. Make sure you're getting all your water in for the day. I has this super big jug that I like to have. It has 62 ounces of water in it. I usually add about 16 ounces of water to my Shakeology, so that gives me some extra water that I'm getting in, as well as if I have any teas in between my meals, that will give me some more water. And I also have my exercise written in that I'm going to do 21-day fix. My goal is to have at least 10,000 steps every day, and also 20 stairs. Most of the time I go well over that, and now that it's summertime I will also add some swimming to that, so I've been trying to do a mile of laps every day as well. I hope you found this helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too daunting. If you need help meal planning and prepping, please reach out to me because I would love to help you. That's what I'm here for, and I hope you have a blessed day.